This just took a major turn. Plans can change quickly, whether for the good or the bad. Sometimes you're just not part of it anymore. Implications here, let's talk about it. Welcome to Devil's Digest. Feel free to join us for the summer and hit the subscribe button to talk all Devils hockey. So, with free agencies coming up, draft coming up, rumors are going to keep swirling. Teams are going to put themselves into a position on what they're going to be looking for in free agency. You know, obviously the Devils, we've talked about it a little bit. They're going to be in the market for a top six forward. There are a few other things. Some things they might be able to clean up before free agency starts. So, little interesting, Elliot Friedman, on his 32 thoughts, New Jersey is not expected to qualify Cody Glass, making him a free agent. Now, this one's a little interesting because you go to the Devils last season and, you know, they had their scoring problems and scoring issues, injuries. They had a little bit of everything. But when you look at a position that, whether there was an injury or not, something that they could not fill was the third and fourth line center. I mean, all year long, it was Kurtis Lazar. Erik Haula got some time. Justin Dowling. They went kind of all over the place. And when the deadline came around, instead of, getting that replacement for Jack Hughes, getting a top six center, no, they go into the depth and they bring over Cody Glass. Cody Glass comes over. Very good start. Good on the penalty kill. Really kind of probably played better than even what you were expecting to get out of Cody Glass. Like I said, he was more of a third, fourth line center, even a fourth line center in Pittsburgh. Comes over the Devils. He's able to play in all sorts of places in the lineup. So you got a little bit extra. You knew it was a need, whether you had injuries or not. Clearly, they were looking into Cody Glass. Even if Jack Hughes doesn't go down, I wouldn't have been surprised still if they were going to go and get Cody Glass. Clearly, they liked him, and when he came over, he did produce. I mean, he was able to be a better player in this lineup than some of the other players who were already there. Probably was a better fit than Justin Dowling. Probably, added some offense. Had a nice couple plays in terms of chemistry with some of the players in the top six. So, it's a little interesting here to see that they're not going to qualify for Cody Glass. I mean, things can change quick. And, maybe someone who I probably expected the Devils to bring back right now looks like he's going to free agency. I mean, here's another way to look at it. This is a good point. My guess is the New Jersey Devils won't qualify Glass because they want to sign him for cheaper than his qualifying offer. So that's $2.5 million. Could that be something that they'd be willing to do? I mean, it is, yes, but from looking at teams that, have to get to the cap floor, have to have a little bit more money spent, when you can go and get a player to kind of just, fill a role that you can trade at the trade deadline, maybe get an asset back, I think it's going to be tough to get Cody Glass at under $2.5 million. I mean, right now, I think it's projected to be right around $3 million. There's going to be teams that are going to spend a little bit more with the cap going up. Players, a little bit more valuable nowadays now that we have 32 NHL teams. It kind of feels like it'd be tough. Could the Devils do it, though? Would the Devils want to do it? I assume. I mean, clearly they liked Cody Glass before he came over here, and I think he played better than most of us expected. I wasn't huge about the trade in the beginning, but he probably played better than most of us expected. He was able to fit a role. They have been looking for a fourth line center since Mikey McLeod left. Third line center is a little bit of a problem right now as well. They really need to figure out to fix that. So when I look at all that, kind of going to go ahead and look at some options. So I pulled out some players who are unrestricted free agent, $2.5 million right around that number or a little bit less because, I mean, if they're not going to sign Cody Glass to the 2.5, that's probably the number you're looking at. The guy who comes right off the page and someone who the Devils who have been linked to is Pesce. Scored 25 goals last year. Seems to be getting better every single season. I mean, he is 29 years old, but I don't think you're freaking out over 29 years old. I mean, I don't think he's going to come out here and get an 8-year deal. He's someone who can come in, you can sign him, I think, relatively cheaper, and he'll produce. And he's someone you can rely on. I mean, the Devils do need that. They do need to know what they're going to get at a certain positions. I think in the top 6, you're a little bit more looking at the upside. You're hoping that this guy can get 30, turn into a 30-goal scorer. Bottom 6, you just want to know what you're going to get. And that's the type of player Pesce is. You're going to get around 20 goals. He's going to be a good defensive forward. I mean, those are the things that you're looking at when you look at a Pesce, when you're looking at your bottom 6. You just want to know what you're going to get. You want to feel comfortable. You want to know that you can have penalty killers there. You want to know that they can play defense. They'll be responsible in their own zone. That's more of a Pesce type player. Nico Sturm, another player who fits that kind of build. Definitely more of a fourth line center, but someone who you're going to get what you're going to get out of them. I mean, it's not going to be a ton of scoring, but it is going to be good defensive play. You are going to win faceoffs. You're going to be able to control the puck when you're in the defensive zone. Those things all matter. Trent Frederick obviously goes to the trade deadline. Devils helped them out last year. Helped Boston trade Trent Frederick over to Edmonton. Could he be a possibility? Well, I mean, you're seeing talks about Edmonton possibly signing him to 8 years. If he's going to sign for 8 years, I don't think the Devils want to be in any business with Trent Frederick. But it's clear, Tom Fitzgerald knows that he needs a third and fourth line center. And when you look at the Devils, prospects, it doesn't feel like that third, fourth line center is in the system. It's probably going to be someone that they have to go out and find. They really probably don't have that in their system. So it is a little interesting to see Cody Glass not get his qualifying offer. Devils don't want to meet it. Can I sign him for under $2.5 million in free agency? Potentially. We'll just have to wait and see. Let me know what you think. Would you have wanted to see Cody Glass come back? Who do you want to see go play third, fourth line center? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys all really soon.